What's going on, everybody? Adachi here, and today we're going to be looking at the new Dr. Stone collab, and my condolences to everybody who might have been staying up for the maintenance, because maintenance ended up going on, or the game didn't actually end up going live until, I think, as of recording this, like 4 hours ago. So it was, technically the game was in maintenance or on lockdown for, goddamn, what, 11 hours? Like half a day? Something like that? I don't know, it's fucking wild. And for your compensation of having to wait so long and all the delays and whatnot, you got a measly 200, 500, so that's 700, and then right here, just for maintenance existing, another 200, so not even 1k, but 900 for 11 hours, essentially, of the game being down. I just wanted to start with the rewards here real quick, though. We are also getting the gacha tickets and all this other goodies right here, just for everybody who was, playing during the anniversary, just for the collective amount of badges that we collected. So we got a guaranteed SSR ticket, an Ethereum, and 50 Mother Souls and some clusters. Really good, really cool stuff there. Also want to look at the login bonus day 1, which I want to say I can find somewhere in here. Let me look around. There it is. It's hidden behind some different menus, but we do have a Dr. Stone login bonus. Anybody can see it, but starting off for today, we are getting the 5 tickets with chance at the on-banner stuff. Do know that all the tickets that you can actually pull the on-banner or the collaboration stuff out of, those rates are not boosted whatsoever. They're equalized with literally everything else, so you are not really, you don't have a high chance of getting anything with these tickets. At least not specifically, so I wouldn't bank on them, but hey, they give you some tickets. So this is in total 20 pulls right here. That's 2 5s for day 1, day 6, day 11 you get 1 multi-pull, some other jazz here. I like these pots here, and then 30 Mother Souls at day 15, so cool to see. And then I'll try to explain the event to the best I can. It's actually not that confusing, but reading through this made it sound like super fucking confusing. One thing I wanted to bring up is a half soul cost has been going on and still is going on, so definitely take advantage of that within this event. But of course, Dr. Stone is here with a brand new event, and they kind of run it a little differently. Essentially, it is pretty much the same as a collection of mana event, just kind of structured a bit different. I honestly like it, and there's actually a story to go along with the event, which is really cool, you know? We didn't get to see that out of the collection of mana event, which was unfortunate. We would have liked to, or I'm sure a lot of people would have liked to have seen those characters kind of fleshed out for maybe people who haven't played Secret of Mana before, or just in general make them feel like they have more of a place within the game. So I'm glad they did add a story to this. I haven't pulled yet, so I don't know if the 2 characters, Kohaku and Senku, have any unit stories tied to them, so you can farm up their souls or not. I hope they do. I hope they do, but we'll see. And realistically, the only thing I think I really want to go over as far as the actual news posts go is the fact that running the event is going to give Senku and Kohaku double XP and 3 times AP rate, and then all of the story characters, so Kyle, Theria, blah blah blah, are going to get 1.2 times XP and double AP, so definitely do that. Then the rest of the event, I kind of just want to show off if it would actually let me go to the event. There we go. So as you can see, it looks, pretty similar to other quests. I'm going to assume that we're going to get some kind of hard mode to these quests, because really these quests aren't very difficult. There is quite a few of them that you have to farm for a bunch of different materials, but the lack of an actual hard quest is a little unfortunate, considering you won't really be able to take too much advantage of the bonus XP and the bonus, well, the bonus AP, yeah, obviously you can, but the bonus XP, there's not really much to farm here as far as taking advantage of that for Senku and Kohaku out of these quests. But a cool thing with this event is the fact that there is no event orb cost for these quests, so you can run them as much as you want, and you definitely want to do that for all of your story units, and especially the collaboration units. This is the best time for you to actually, maybe not level them up, but the best time to teach them a bunch of skills, due to the fact that you are just getting boosted rates with absolutely 0 cost to you. Well, besides your orbs, it's going to cost orbs still. Alright, so the structure of this event is both a trade shop and a point rewards, sorry, not point rewards. There is a trading shop, and there's also, within the trading shop, you actually have to craft the materials that you use in the trading space. So if we click on the trading space, you can see the stuff here. The stuff that we can use to trade for all these items, you can see soap, nidal fluid, cola, and tungsten. If we go back to the event here and we go ahead and scroll through these, you can see all these different things. So step 1, sulfa drug. Take on the quest, collect these materials, and you can click the material, just tell you what it is, and these icons are going to indicate whether or not they are actually materials or things that you craft / what is going to be required for the event. So green, base material, yellow is stuff you craft, and then red is the one that you're actually going to be using for the event, the trade shop here. And you're going to need all these like little yellow craftables within here in order to craft more of these, and they are all broken down into their own sections and their own materials. And basically what you do is you start at step 1, farm out some materials, craft up some stuff, make a sulfa drug, and keep going, and you will continue to unlock more difficulties in all these different quests, so you can get different materials, and you can go ahead and check by checking out the details in each quest, and it'll show you items you get absolutely nothing, but then the materials right here, just in a text format, it's going to tell you exactly what materials you need. Like I said, it sounds a lot more complex than it is once you actually get it running, but essentially you just need to craft a bunch of these little red materials right here, so that way you can actually clear out the trade shop here. There's also loose wording when it comes to the actual details within the news post. It does mention more to the event slash maybe some other banners coming out for the event. So I'm not sure how they're going to be doing that, you know, come like a week or two from now, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see for that. But yeah, that's pretty much the event. It's pretty straightforward. I do kind of like how they've broken it down a little bit though, and kind of added a little bit, a little more of a flair to it. Obviously, it's just more convoluting the process of just grinding out a bunch of stuff, but I don't know. Overall, I think it's kind of neat. It's kind of cute. You're basically crafting all the stuff that they're crafting in the anime, which is really cool. Also, there's a rewards tab up here, and it's going to show you. I don't know if this is every day, but it does say for the amount of whatever material it is that is crafted throughout. I'm assuming the entire player base, everybody's going to get these random materials here that they're going to, I assume, scale as each day goes on, or as maybe it's just over time getting more and more, but you can see as long as everybody is doing as much as they can in the event, crafting a bunch of stuff so that way they can clear out the shops, we're going to get some neat goodies. The big one here for me though is that multi-ticket right there, so you know, farm out that event, everybody. And we do have some new event mission rewards. Not a lot here. It looks like 300 gems. I'm just going to collect these to see if anything else is going to pop up. Hopefully they'll add some more, because this is just 300 gems right here, which is unfortunate. These event missions also aren't very difficult to clear out, so yeah, 300 gems there. And then we'll take a look at all of the banners going on. So when you open up the gacha tab, it's immediately going to take you to the Dr. Stone event ticket gacha. I believe that this is all gotten just through the event alone. I'm not really sure if you get this from anywhere else, but you can see your regular tickets are not going to be usable on here. They are specific tickets. They're like blue colored, and these tickets are just to pull on this little event banner here, and what you can get is exactly what's pictured here. You can get some crafting materials, some crystals, gold, whatnot. You can also get Kohaku souls, Senku souls, and you also, I think this, I'm not sure if this is the only way to get the Stone World arc. I'm not sure on that one. But the Stone World arc is guaranteed, I believe, on one of the tickets just running the events. This one you get for free running through the event, which is cool. Friend campaign is still going on. Don't know how many more days it's going on for, but definitely do all of those. And then we do have the rest of the banners here. There are also separate tickets. Like I said earlier, the login bonus, the ones that are denoted like red or orange. And those tickets will be used in this one, just like the collection of mana event. And you can go ahead and see the probability here. As we stated earlier, there is no actual rate up for anything here. They're going to be equalized with literally everything else. So Light of Science, 0.208, Kohaku, Senku, 0.13. Alright, and with the Dr. Stone collab, we have 3 different banners. One is the standard one, which most everybody's going to be rolling on. I will also be rolling on this myself tonight at 9 p.m. MST over at twitch.tv/adachigacha if you want to see those live. Come hang out with us. Then we have 1 paid pickup banner and then 1 paid step up. I believe this is paid, right? Yeah, this is 1 paid step up right here. And honestly, this paid step up is kind of weird. So the rates aren't boosted whatsoever. Every one of these banners is going to be 0.5% for the units, and then I believe like 0.833, yep, 0.833 for the arc itself. And this step up is weird because there's no boosted rates for any of these units, so you're not guaranteed jack shit out of it, but you do get a bunch of the character souls. So if you went the full lap right here, I don't know if this improves. I'll check out the gacha details actually and see if it changes at all or if they show any changes. It's weird. They say that you can only go through, it's only possible to go through steps 1 through 4 once at each step, blah, 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 blah. So it makes it sound like you can't actually do multiple laps of this, but it does say round 1, so I'm at a loss as to what the hell this exactly is. I guess I'll find out tonight, because we're definitely going to do at least this 1 full lap of the step up. But you get souls, no boosted rates here, so it'd suck if you ended up doing this step up and you just have these souls and you don't actually end up getting the characters. That would just blow. And then just going over the other paid banner real quick, this is going to apply to any of the paid pulls, both the step up and the regular pickup banner here. You are going to get Dr. Stone medals similar to the Descent of Heroes and the new Randy banner that we had for the rerun. You are going to get the medals if you're doing paid pulls, and it's going to be 25 paid medals for the Senku's clothes and 25 paid medals for Kohaku's knives. I also don't know if these change their sprites at all. If anybody could let me know that has happened to get these things already in the comments below, I'd love to hear that, and I'll definitely pin it so that way everybody else can see. Alright, and without further ado, actually I don't want to start with Senku, let's start with Kohaku here. We're going to get into the unit, so looking at Kohaku's skills. Starting off with her skills here. Her first skill is going to be There's No Escape. They're very different translations from the JP version. There's no escape. This is going to be a gap closer. It's going to be imbued with the earth element, and it is actually like a teleport. I believe you'll actually teleport based on where you are on the map. So if you were like down here and you popped off the S1 target on somebody up here, you'd actually warp and then do the ability, which is really, really good. Any of the warps are super solid. For S2, you're wide open is another... the S2s, I swear, the game loves their little spinny moves, but it's like a spinny combo. It seems like it has a pretty good AoE right here. And it looks like it might actually have a bit of a pulling or drawing effect, also imbued with the earth element, so it seems really, really good here. And then her S3, it's hard to see, but also another earth element attack, and it's actually going to catch some enemies at a slight distance, as you can see right here. So it does have a little bit of range to it. And then it's like another weird kind of whippy, lashy, spinny move. I don't know, but she's got a bunch of spinny moves, I guess. And then her S4, Lightning Fire right here. This one's really cool because it's just straight up one of the scenes out of the anime where she jacks one of the guard spears and then, you know, lightning strikes it. Really, really cool. But it's going to be a lightning AoE imbued physical damage S4 here. Also, fun tidbit, since we're just talking about the S4 with the anime scene, her victory pose is also the little watermelon girl Suika. She'll come up and like give her a hug, which is really cute for her victory pose. Just started watching the show like a few weeks ago, and I'm like halfway through, so I'm really appreciating a lot of the nods, and it's actually a pretty decent show. But getting into her passives now, her first passive, Untamed Intuition, chance to evade physical and magical attacks. The big one for me is the magical attack, so that's really, really good. It's just a matter of what the actual percentages on these are, but, you know, decent passive. And then her second passive, Companionship. When a party member is close to death, give a portion of HP to them and give them a damage reduction buff, 1 time per wave. Now this one's interesting because it could either really make or break, I don't know, a high difficulty run. It's also a matter of how high that damage reduction buff. I really wish they would give numbers out. This is up to 1 time per wave that you can basically save one person. That's still really damn good, especially the fact that it gives them a damage reduction buff. Essentially, if you math it out, you're gaining HP out of this. Like, overall, the party's gaining HP. Obviously not Kohaku. She's losing. Alright, and let's go over her skills. Learns absolutely zero magic, so, you know, big into the earth damage. She also has the lightning AoE. Her skills, HP up 4, really damn good. Attack up 4, really damn good, because I don't know what other arcs give these out at the moment, so the fact that they already get these is really cool, seeing as how at the moment, and not down the road, but at the moment, still a really good save, and I believe one of the only ways we can actually get these right now. Proud Force, really cool. Father's Shield, chance to automatically guard, increases damage reduction rate when guarding. So I would hope that she has guard in here. I'm just gonna scroll through real quick. Wow, she's got some, I love the icons. No, it doesn't look like she has guard unless she gets something else through one of these new unique passives. Illusion, chance of evading physical attacks, synergizes really well with her passive. Light movements, continuous speed, and haste effect. Fucking awesome, dude. I love that. Haste, amazing. Especially really good on a physical DPS, amazing. And then speed, oh man, I love it. Flying Shadow increases movement speed at max HP. Dude, she's gonna be flying around the map. Energetic Girl increases break with physical attacks at 50% HP or more. I don't know if that's her or the enemy. I'm gonna assume that's her because it's saying Energetic Girl. So if she's at 50% or higher HP, she's going to increase the amount of break damage she does. Earth's Bounty, Earth and Thunder attribute attacks plus 20%. Meaning, I'm assuming that this could also stack with Earth attack rays and Lightning attack rays. Really, really good. Bless speed, oh my god, all this movement speed she gets for free. I love it, dude. Now, originally I was like, I just really want Senku, but now after seeing all of this, she sounds like she'd be really fun to play as when she's like completely built out. She has Piercing in her kit, that's fucking amazing. Dual Wield in her kit, that's also amazing. Determination, oh my god, dude, the list goes on. Sharp Eyes, oh god, dude. Oh my god, I think Roland is still overall going to be a better DPS when he comes out on the global side. And this is honestly great. She's getting like all the best physical DPS skills you want. Sword High Boost, Skill Charge 1. Suika's Encouragement, chance to recover some SCT during physical attack. Oh my god. Suika's Encouragement, Kinro's Pursuit, chance to deal additional damage with physical attack. So I'm assuming that would stack with impact abilities, which is really cool. And then Ginro's Support, chance to greatly reduce enemy defense and do damage with physical attacks. I don't think this is actually a debuff. I believe this is just the same as Piercing, because Piercing's kind of worded the same way. Physical attacks have a chance to greatly reduce enemies' defense and greatly reduce enemy defense and do damage with physical. Yeah. So basically another form of piercing. Damn, she's got a crazy kit. Overall, I gotta say, I don't know until I've actually played with her, so I can't really drop a verdict, but on paper alone, she's wild. She's crazy. She's really fucking good. She's like Randy level good. It's a matter of, do her abilities pull though? They don't have quite as much range as Randy's do. I'd have to see her SCT speed as well, but based on her passives alone, her SCT speed sounds like it'd be pretty up there. I don't know, I'm really gonna test her out. Overall, she seems like fucking bang. She seems like an amazing unit. Hopefully we end up pulling them. If not, then somewhere down the road when some of my friends have some whaled out Senkus and Kohakus, I want to run some tests and, you know, we could take a look at them again and I can give like a second take on whether or not I think they're actually as amazing as they sound. Alright, but let's go ahead and take a look over at Senku. Starting off with his S1 Gunpowder Cooking. This is a long-range fire imbued attack that also has a chance to reduce the enemy's physical damage, which really good. Really good. I feel like I say really good so much. I don't know if this ability is going to scale off of intelligence or strength. It seems like it'd be like a physical ability, which is unfortunate if his abilities are going to scale off of strength, since I believe he's like a mage support. But the fact that it even has that debuff on top of that ability makes it really good. Also really good range. S2 Sulfa, or is it Sulfa Drug? Sulfa Drug recovers the HP of all allies. Seems like a decent enough heal on everybody. Cool. The S3 is really cute because this is the little depiction of the sulfuric acid in the anime, but this one is called Sulfurina or Sulfurina. It's going to be a long-range, dark-imbued attack with a small chance to immediately kill an enemy, as it says, excluding bosses and the arena. Thank God we have the global translations, because this one's translation is super weird, but it does say it's a dark element attack, chance of instant death. And then here we have Senku's S4, which is the Blinding Light of Science with a chance to blind all enemies, restores SCT to all allies, increases all physical attack damage, and reduces damage from all attributes. So attribute mitigation, really good to help defend against spells and just overall any kind of elemental attacks. Can blind all enemies. It does say miss here. I want to watch this animation again real quick. Yeah, it does say miss, so the game on global says blinds all enemies. I think it's just a chance to blind all enemies, but restores SCT, so similar to Sanatheria, and increases damage as well as mitigates attribute damage. Fucking amazing. This ability alone makes me think that Senku is really good, but again, that's on paper. We'd have to see how it actually works and what kind of mitigation it actually offers, how much damage it gives. But overall, yeah, I love his kit. I just hope that his S3 and his S1, and his S2, really, Maybe this can scale off mine, that's okay, but I hope that these actually scale off intelligence, they're not physical scaling, be weird. And Senku's list I feel like is going to be a little longer, because he's going to have a bunch of new abilities. These are all going to be science abilities, they all have the big old science, looks funky. I wish they kind of just left icons there, and they didn't, maybe gave it a little S icon or something, not actually wrote science on there, I don't know. But starting off, Cure All of Science cures poison, blindness, silence, curse, illness, and stun for an ally. This is just one, unfortunately. And it is a decent MP cost, but that's okay. Miracle Fluid revives somebody. Cool. Black Gunpowder, powerful fire attack in a medium area, so smallish AoE, but it says powerful fire attack, so it's a matter of how much damage this is actually going to end up doing. How many hits is another huge thing. How many hits does the ability have? Generator, powerful thunder attack in a medium area. Doping Force, strengthen defense of an ally plus 25%. Cool. We don't see a lot of buffs that actually group up stats, so that's really cool. And then, oh, he's got a bunch of these different doping ones. This one's intelligence and mind for 25%, and then doping stamina heal and increase HP limit of an ally by 2,000. Do we have any other abilities? I don't think we have other spells like that yet. That's pretty sick. Only thing I don't like is only one ally, but that's okay. Instacast solves everything. Extremely Bad Chemical greatly reduces all attribute resistances of an enemy. If this stacks with weak, that is fucking nuts. Get Excited grants an NP regeneration effect to yourself. Hopefully this is better than the actual regeneration circles that we have, or the magic circles that we have at the moment. If so, awesome. I love it. Passive Science level up, intelligence plus 15%, meaning that this shouldn't have any relation to magic up at all. So that means every magic up should still be able to apply to Senku here. So that's really cool. Magic defense up max, mine plus 15%, so I'm thinking that his S2 is going to scale off of mine, so that'd be useful for that. Ecology research, a chance to randomly inflict a basic status ailment on the enemy during a normal attack. This one's okay. His attack pattern seems like that of an archer, because I think he uses a crossbow, so it's a little wonky to get those, but I mean, still, cool. Senku's Kitchen Ramen, battle start, so start of every wave, chance for physical attack power plus 20%, weird. This one's Cola, chance for magical attack power plus 20%. This is weird, because I feel like this gets into a weird gray area of actually like resetting a map over and over again. When it comes to like a high difficulty one, it's like, man, I really hope I proc the Cola. Weird. It should just like, I feel like this should just be like an automatic, you know, free aura or free brave buff, and maybe those can stack with those. I don't know. A chance is kind of dumb though. Archangel's Blessing, that's super, really good for tower. Immovable object, great decoy, ooh, really good. Staff high boost, awesome. Quick trigger, which one's this one again? Discover, it's a random one, right? A skill SCT stock by 1, yeah. Random skill SCT by 1 each. Once again, that's another, maybe that's part of a gimmick to him, is the fact that he's got an element of randomness to him. So depending on what you're running, randomly getting, you know, 1 charge in his S2 for the heal might be really good. I don't know. Interesting. Arc of Science recovers some SCT during battle. Cool. Taiju's Protection. During battle, a certain amount of damage is always cut. The more max HP, the more... that one's a really interesting one. The higher your max HP is, the more damage mitigation you have. Plus, he has an ability that gives him more HP, plus you could slap HP on him. And then his last one, Yuzuriha... God, I'm so bad at pronouncing these. Yuzuriha's Healing. Start of a wave, recover HP, and occasionally MP. These are all great. I gotta say, looking at his kit, it's all gonna depend on you know, how strong the actual spells are, but he seems like a really good support. He definitely seems like he needs some stuff added into his kit for sure. He seems like he could have some really good damage. I love his he's got some unique quirks to his passives and whatnot. And I think we completely missed over his actual unique passive, so let's look at that real quick. Science User, Science Attack Magic Damage plus 50%, really cool. Duration of buffs and debuffs casted plus 25%. This makes him an awesome fucking support. Kingdom of Science, when unit is alive, power of healing, fire, ice, earth, and thunder, skills and magic plus 20%. All really good. Wait, is that everybody? Kingdom of Science might actually apply to everybody. I think it's just going to apply to Senku, but it's weird. It's worded weirdly. It could be everybody. I'm not sure. Overall, Senku seems like a really great support, somewhere on par with Prim. You know, Prim's got her own unique stuff to her as well, and kind of follows the same suit, where she's not going to have nearly as much magic damage versatility as Senku is going to have here. So he's like a mix of Popoi and Prim in a sense. Overall, the couple of issues I see with him is the fact that he's got some neat and interesting buffs, but he's going to need a lot. You know, supports in general just need a lot of buffs put onto them as a whole, which costs a lot of SC, so you're going to be tributing a lot of SC just to give him a lot of buffs. Or you can go down the magic damage route. The issue here, though, is the fact that he doesn't have anything that increases the amount of hits he does. He doesn't have anything that increases, you know, damage caps. It's interesting because I haven't gone over him on the channel yet. We did look at him on stream, but when we looked at Roland, one of his passives actually unlocks the damage cap, which is something that's going to be happening, I'm assuming, going forward with characters coming after Roland, since they introduced the new red diamond weapons over in JP that also unlock the damage cap. So in my opinion, I think there's going to be a bit of a power creep going forward in the game as far as units that have the damage cap unlocked and ones that don't have that unlocked. Naturally, of course, you are going to be able to offset this with gear and arcs, but again, that's SC down the road, whereas some characters are just going to have that saved in general, and Senku's going to fall in line with the characters who came before Roland. And hell, even if we don't look at Roland and the damage cap unlocks, we already have units like Eliza that reduce the amount of damage she does, but increases the amount of hits an attack does, which is essentially kind of the same way of kind of breaking through that damage cap. And other characters the same way. It seems like he can do really good damage until you start hitting that damage cap, though, which seems where he might fall off compared to a lot of the other mages, but still a banging support. Still a really banging support. I love that S4 of his. It sounds pretty nutty. Also, I'm sorry if I'm ranting and if this video might be a little longer than I might have wanted it to be, but last thing to go over is the Light of Science, the SSR arc for the banner. Love the art here. We've got Gen, we've got Suika, Kohaku, and then the two guards here working the fucking little wheels here so that way they can generate power. But its passive is if intelligence is higher than strength, chance of receiving critical physical attacks is greatly reduced. Casting time of science spells is reduced. Interesting, but we already have, you know, instacast. But if you wanted to run him as like a second damaging mage, flash your mage, flash support, and you already have a mage with instacast, this is still cool. And MP consumption -2, restores all allies HP when using, oh, magic. Oh, huh, now that one's a really good one. It's just a matter of how much HP it heals, but that's awesome. Alright, the abilities this one gives glasses, cures blindness, and crit plus 15% for an ally. Cool. Once again, if these buffs all stack, they're all fucking awesome. A crit plus 15% for an ally at the cost of 10 MP, that's pretty dang good. Plus it has a blindness cure, that one's just on top, so really good on Senku. Pulley system, 6 SC, low chance of regular attacks doing ×4 or ×8 more. Oh my god, if that procs, that sounds nutty. Sounds really good for units that have a high hit count, so you know, somebody maybe like Kaito or like regular Robin, not Kaido, regular Robin. Black gunpowder, powerful, okay, these are the same ones that Senku already has in his kit, but you can teach these to other people now. Black gunpowder generator, shining through the dark, SC8, light attribute attack damage plus 10% damage from dark attribute attacks minus 10%. That's cool, that's a neat one, I like that. This sounds like it would go really, really well with Roland, who comes out into the future. And then the last one, Glass Record, SC11. This is a spell, restores medium HP to all allies and restores SCT. So the first spell that's actually going to be able to restore SCT, but it is at a very hefty cost, so I don't know how great I think all these abilities are. I think Shining Through the Dark is a really good one for anybody who is a light DPS or anybody who needs that extra dark mitigation. And I do like Pulley system for anybody who's going like full impact builds and they want to slap that on too. And that just, you know, that's good. That's good. And then the passive is really, really good. I like the passive a lot. I won't say this is a must pull, but it being limited, I don't know. It's not a must pull. It's not a must pull. I really like the arc though. And of course my dumbass forgot to look at the ether item Kingdom of Science flag. This is a staff with 205 intelligence, damn, 45 MP, damn, 142 mind, damn. Higher the magic power, the more powerful physical attacks will be. Science magic damage plus 50%. This one's whatever. This one's really fucking cool. The higher the magic power, the more powerful physical attacks will be. So Senku's abilities are physical damage. Well, I think a lot of mages' actual skills are physical damage, but they scale with intelligence. It's still a matter of what it scales with, but that's cool. I like that. I like this one a whole lot, especially dual wielding just for that passive. Ooh, sounds really good. And of course, probably best in slot for Senku. Science magic damage plus 50%, that seems like a no-brainer. Alright, I forgot to go over the free arc real quick. We have Stone World. I'm not going to be able to tell you what the passive is yet. You know what, maybe I'll just hold off on it. We'll look at it for now. If strength is higher than intelligence, chance of receiving critical magic attacks is greatly reduced. Damage to beasts, bird, stone, fish, and humans plus 12%. Going to the abilities, Soap cures illness and recovers HP for an ally. That's alright. Shiny Monkey, strength, defense, intelligence, and mind plus 10% when no armor or weapons are equipped. Garbage. After 3,700 years. Powerful earth attack against all enemies seems really good on Senku, of course. Miracle Fluid, Senku already has this, but there you go, there's that revive. Civilization from scratch. At the start of a wave, strength, defense, intelligence, and mind plus 2%, science, attack, magic plus 5%. Really good, of course, for Senku. The fact that this stacks up to 10 times means that this is a 20% boost. My question is, how does this stack up? That's the only problem I have, is how does this stack up? Is it just at the start of every wave? If that's the case, you know, how many maps are you going into that has 10 waves? If that's the case, this sucks. And then Stone World, SC11, adds stone type to user, defense plus 20%, and nullify piercing effects from enemies. Seems really good for arena. Maybe some bosses down the road, I don't know. The problem with most bosses is you're not really like, you're not running into a big struggle when it comes to physical damage. You're usually just getting nuked by spells. But who knows? There are some floors in the tower that could be useful for if piercing is really an issue. I don't know if it is, but that's that. And the list goes on and on, but I forgot to go and look at all of the shop stuff. So let's look at the shop stuff real quick. Nothing in the May dungeon or the May metal shop yet, but of course things will be added. I'm making a guess now. Thunder Sevia next week. We'll see. The event trading space. I just want to look. There's some cool stuff in here. There's some great stuff in here. Honestly, this is really cool that you get some tickets, stuff. We're only gonna look at the gear. First one, Ishigami, Village Katana, Sword, Strength plus 95, Neutral Attack Damage plus 7%. Seems alright, I don't really know who this is best for, and it's got low strength compared to some other weapons, so it's okay. In my opinion, if you really want that neutral attack damage boost, then you should just use a maxed out skyship. I won't bitch about more gear though. More gear is more gear. We need more gear, period. Always. Next one, Kohaku Shield, Accessory, Defense plus 30, Mind plus 10, activates automatic guard, so good for Kohaku. And guard break is less likely to occur, can synergize with that one passive that she has that like improves guard. And then Suika's helmet, HP plus 100, defense plus 20, critical power plus 10%, as well as resisting blind. So, that's cute, resisting blind, I like it. I like it. Critical power plus 10%, that one's alright, that's alright, it's nothing crazy, but the critical power plus 10% is neat. I just wanted to check to see if there was any more, okay, we're good, that's it. And of course you can pity the units and the arc, 300 pulls, you know if you're gonna be able to pity those or not. It's pretty much whale exclusive, but let's look at the paid certificate shop. So seems like standard business as usual. Let's look at the paid gear. I think it's clothes, intelligence plus 60, defense plus 85, mine plus 85, Senku only, so I don't know if Senku can only equip this. It's always weird whenever they say this, because sometimes other characters can equip it, sometimes it just means the passive is only for that character, but Senku only, fire, ice, earth, and thunder attribute magic damage plus 10%, science magic damage plus 10% stack. I don't know what that means. I don't know what stack means. Anybody knows, let me know. And then Kohaku's knives, strength plus 120, this is a sword, neutral attribute, defense plus 20, Kohaku only when equipping 2 swords via dual wield, power and critical rate of physical attacks plus 10%. Seems really good. Seems really good. That's all I gotta say about that. The big thing though is comparing the passive, when equipping 2 swords via dual wield, power and critical rate of physical attacks plus 10%. I'd have to double check her passives again, but I think she does have some like good abilities that would synergize well with her critting. I don't completely remember. I have bad memory. There we go. I feel like this was a doozy to go over in what seemed to me not to be a whole lot, but we're done. We're done. We might take a look at those units again into the future. Hopefully I pull them tonight. We'll see. But yeah, overall, I would say as far as what I rank things, I would say it goes Kohaku, Senku, and then the arc right there. And the gear honestly doesn't seem 100% necessary compared to some other characters. I am still curious if it changes the sprite at all, even if it's like just like a little palette change. But yeah, that's my opinion. They all seem cool. I love the event so far. It seems fun. I like how they've animated everything. It seems really cool. I'm gonna stop rambling. I appreciate everybody for watching. Thank you as always, and I will see you in the next one.